Just give everything to the cause, because this is knockout rugby on day 3 here. It's a brutal game, 7 minutes each way, Carl, and really the tie is over for the Philippines. But one try gets them back in the game, gives them some confidence to go forward.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. You know, they're not out by any stretch of the imagination. They have to be the next to score. Empty the tank, he said. Old adage in the game of sevens. You lose, you're gone. You win, you have to fight for another round.
Well, that's on the 10-yard line, so on is over. But again, Japan sharp. Yoshihano tracked down. Good tackle again coming in from Matthew Saunders. He's done some great covering work. Takui knocks the ball out of a Philippine hand. But there just seems to be a sharpness about this Japanese team, which I've liked. So we saw in fits and starts on days 1 and 2.
The most complete performance by far from the Japanese, and some weak defence here by the Philippines. Just throwing arms, you've got to get the shoulders in.
Jake Letts, his brother Michael, is captain.
That'll be the key for Japan, is trying to keep their same levels of intensity, trying to keep their foot on the throat. They know they've got into a big lead. We can't just sit back now and relax.
Well, all sorts of colours on the footwear of players nowadays.
I was going to say, would you wear pink boots back at yours?
I'd be in trouble in my household if I wore pink boots. But all part of the glamour of international sevens. Of course, there's the RB World Series. Goes throughout the season. This is such fun. Places such as Vegas and Hong Kong and Dubai. It's a marvellous sport to be involved in. An honour to be here, certainly in Moscow. Well, if you're into your social media, let's hear from you. There's some great tries. We'd like to know what's your favourite try, what's your favourite action. Let's get you trending across Twitter world. Hashtag RWC7s. As you can see at the bottom of your screen. So if you've got some comment, we'd love to hear from you. We actually got one the other day from the International Space Station. It's amazing to think that they're watching this all the way up there. So Philippines in pressure on the scrum. Jake Letts. Now, what can be done from deep, from the 22? This is Matthew Saunders. Saunders who's had some great footwork. Ball taken away by Michael Letts. Michael's the captain, his brother. Jake Letts is 5. That's him just passing the ball there. Now into the contact goes Andrew Wolf, the Alabang Eagles player. Wolfie, they call him. Pressure just coming on from Japan, and they've got the possession. Flick pass advantage being played. Simple as you like. Katsuyuki Saka in for the try.
Just the showmanship of sevens there. Sakai is a recipient of that 5-point, but they come down again to Lote Tuqiri, who's dominated this game. He scored 2 tries, but in defence he's been good too. Seeing there just stripping the ball away from Jake Letts. Good awareness here, just to get it out left where the captain was. Nothing much in that, just lost collar.
Well, they went to shake hands, didn't they? It's part of the sportsmanship of this great game of rugby union that we often admire. And it's we often ignore, but it is it's such a physical contact sport, and yet we are able to shake a hand at the end of the game.
Yes, in each situation, a lot of these teams live out of each other's pockets, stay in the same hotels, catch the same buses, train in the same facilities. There's a camaraderie there for sure.
So Japan well in control here in this final quarterfinal. Brilliant play here by Japan, and a superb try. Nice easy touchdown. A great score for the replacement Narita.
I wondered if they were going to be able to hold their intensity, and they showed me that they can. Narita there straight from the kickoff. Very quick feet. See the cadence on him, he's turning them over at 100 miles an hour. It's pretty good on the stepping too. See that big right foot step.
It's lovely play, isn't it? You stand back here, you admire the shots, the individual skill, and this is a skill that you practice at the training sessions, at your club, as you're a kid growing up in the back garden. So Japan will secure their place in the second semi-final, and they'll be up against Georgia. Georgia, who play a very different style of sevens, far more physical than perhaps Japan, but Japan have been allowed to show their brilliant skills. And here's the try scorer, Narita. Oh, an inside angle and cut here. Brilliant try there for Ohara. And then Japan in full flow in this tie, Carlton Anna.
Yes, indeed, the Philippines' defensive structure has been totally annihilated. Just a couple of left foot steps by Narita. He scored a try only moments earlier, and a good pass there to Kohara. It's the ability to step at speed, which throws the defence off, and don't have any cover coming on the inside. In the case of the Philippines, over chasing, and it's easy to break.
Well, Caravelli, he'll be frustrated. He's put an awful lot of work into this Philippines team. I was speaking to back in the IRB Sevens tournament back in May at Twickenham when over 70,000 people attended, and he was doing his analysis for all the teams, and he had high hopes this team would do well. Remember, this is history, boys. These boys are the first team ever to represent their country in a World Cup event. So can they finish off with a score on the board? They're attacking from deep. Scrappy pass on the far side. 10-yard line, but again, we've seen Japan flood that contact area. Jeetlets taps and goes up to the halfway line then. He's got men over. Wider pass on the far side here to Gareth Holgate. Holgate, who scored their first ever try against Kenya in a Rugby World Cup, so his name will go down in the history books. But again, look at the physicality of Japan. Turning possession over, and this is just a run-in. Brilliant try there for Shitsun.
We spoke about it, just hitting those breakdowns. It was Fayamani for Japan creating the turnover, and Narita will get a second score, the replacement in this second half. Here's the turnover down the short side. A lot of space. Again, great technique there from Narita.
Well, once Carl saw Fiji put over 100 points in seven-a-side rugby past Zambia in Dubai, Japan have gone past the 50 level, and that's the highest score over this last couple of days of action. So quite a thumping, quite a result. Japan will move through to the semi-final, I should say, of the bowl, and that will be against Georgia. Philippines, well, they've learned from this experience. It's been great to have them here in Moscow full time. Japan 50, Philippines 0.
Disappointed. Your World Cup journey comes to an end, but tell me what it means to the team to have been here at all.
To get here in the first place was absolutely amazing, but I thought each game we were getting better and better, but it's unfortunate that I don't think we deserved to lose by that much. Just a couple of silly mistakes from our part, and a good side will make you pay dearly, and that's what the scoreline reflects today. So, yeah, disappointing finish.
Being here at a World Cup, what's it done for rugby back home, do you think?
Oh, absolutely. At the moment, who knows how many Filipinos that actually play rugby around the world actually know we have a team now. So hopefully it just exposes us a little bit more, and 4 years' time, let's hope we're here again.
I'm sure we'll see you again. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been great to have the Philippines here, and as we look ahead to the quarterfinals, then Zimbabwe against Samoa is the first plate quarterfinal. Samoa, well, they were world Cup semi-finalists back in 2009 in Dubai. They met